Welcome to Entrepreneurial Edge. Today we're diving deep into the art of being alone. We're exploring 15 rules that will change your perspective on solitude and unlock new levels of personal and entrepreneurial growth. Have you ever noticed how easily we get caught up seeking external validation? We chase likes, strive for approval, and tie our self-worth to the opinions of others. But true happiness, the kind that lasts, comes from within. It's about finding contentment and peace in your own company, independent of outside influences. When you disconnect from the constant noise and distractions of the world, you create space to connect with yourself. This journey inward is essential for building genuine happiness that radiates outward, impacting every aspect of your life. We often hear about the importance of health, but being alone really throws this into sharp focus. It's in those moments of solitude, when you're solely responsible for yourself, that the connection between your habits and well-being becomes crystal clear. Think about it. You're the one cooking your meals, choosing to move your body, and deciding when to rest and recharge. This direct link between your actions and their consequences can be incredibly empowering. It pushes you to be more mindful of the choices you make, knowing that your health and vitality depend on you and you alone. We all crave success, but how often do we rely on others to get us there? The truth is, lasting success is built on a foundation of self-reliance. When you embrace being alone, you naturally develop a stronger sense of independence. You learn to trust your instincts, solve problems creatively, and persevere through challenges without relying on a crutch. This self-reliance becomes a superpower, fueling your entrepreneurial journey and propelling you towards your goals. It's about owning your ambitions, putting in the work, and knowing that your accomplishments are a direct result of your own dedication and effort. Let's clear up a common misconception. Being alone doesn't equal being lonely. Loneliness often stems from unfulfilling connections or feeling unseen and unheard even in a crowded room. Being alone, on the other hand, is a deliberate choice. It's about enjoying your own company, finding solace in solitude, and using that time to recharge and reconnect with yourself. Learning to be alone can actually enhance your relationships by raising your standards for the connections you allow into your life. Think about a time when you learned a new skill or accomplished something completely on your own. Remember that sense of accomplishment, that quiet confidence that comes from knowing you can handle things independently. That's the power of self-sufficiency. Being alone encourages you to develop routines and systems that work for you. You learn to manage your time effectively, prioritize tasks, and take care of your needs without relying on others. This newfound independence is incredibly empowering. It gives you a sense of control over your life and reinforces the belief that you have what it takes to navigate challenges and create the life you envision. In the solitude of our own company, we stumble upon a unique kind of freedom. It's the freedom to think without interruption, to explore ideas without judgment, and to make decisions without external pressures. Being alone liberates us from the need to conform, to please others, or to constantly seek validation. This freedom allows us to explore uncharted territories, to experiment without fear of failure, and to embrace the unknown with open arms. It's a space where creativity flourishes, where innovation takes root, and where we can truly march to the beat of our own drum. Environment matters. We've all heard the saying, you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Our environment, both physical and social, has a profound impact on our thoughts, beliefs, and ultimately, our actions. If you're constantly surrounded by negativity, self-doubt, or limiting beliefs, it becomes incredibly challenging to cultivate a positive mindset and strive for growth. Sometimes, the most empowering decision you can make is to remove yourself from a toxic environment. Remember, you have the power to curate your environment and surround yourself with influences that uplift and inspire you. Embrace change. Change is an inevitable part of life, yet so many of us resist it, clinging to familiarity and fearing the unknown. But what if we embrace change as an opportunity for growth, reinvention, and self-discovery? Being alone provides the perfect setting for this transformation. It allows us to step back from the expectations of others, to shed old versions of ourselves that no longer serve us, and to embrace the ever-evolving nature of our being. It's about letting go of who you think you should be and embracing the freedom to simply be. Use resources for growth. Being alone doesn't mean you have to navigate the journey of self-discovery in isolation. In fact, there's a wealth of resources available to support your growth and expand your horizons. Books, for example, are like portals to different worlds, offering insights, perspectives, and knowledge that can transform your thinking. Podcasts provide a platform for learning from experts, thought leaders, and individuals who have walked a similar path. Leverage the abundance of resources available to accelerate your growth and gain valuable insights from those who have come before you. Have you ever noticed how quickly your mind can race from one thought to another, often getting bogged down in overthinking and analysis paralysis? But here's the thing: action is the antidote to overthinking. When you're alone, free from distractions and external pressures, you create the ideal environment to bridge the gap between thought and action. This direct feedback loop accelerates your growth, allowing you to learn from your mistakes, adapt quickly, and make significant strides toward your goals. Solitude and connection might seem like opposing forces, but in reality, they complement each other beautifully. Think of it this way: creation often thrives in isolation. When we're alone with our thoughts, free from distractions and external input, our minds are free to wander, to make connections, and to birth new ideas. This is where creativity flourishes, where innovation takes root, and where we can tap into our most authentic selves. Consumption, on the other hand, is often enriched through shared experiences. Learning to be alone is a journey, not a destination. It's a process that unfolds in stages, each with its own unique set of challenges and rewards. At first, there might be a sense of excitement, a novelty in having this newfound freedom and time to yourself. You might find yourself relishing in the quiet moments, exploring new hobbies, or simply enjoying the peace and solitude. As the initial excitement fades, you might encounter a phase of monotony. The routines that once felt refreshing might start to feel repetitive. You might find yourself grappling with boredom, restlessness, or even a sense of loneliness creeping in. But here's the key: push through the monotony, embrace the discomfort. This is where the real growth happens. Solitude builds independence. Think about the people you admire most, the ones who exude a quiet confidence and seem to navigate life with a sense of purpose. Chances are these individuals have cultivated a strong sense of independence. They're comfortable in their own skin, capable of making decisions, and pursuing their passions without relying on external validation. When you're comfortable with solitude, you're less likely to settle for relationships, friendships, or even career paths that don't align with your values or fulfill your needs. Pacing your journey. One of the most empowering aspects of being alone is the ability to set your own pace. You're not bound by the expectations of others, the pressures of deadlines, or the need to keep up with the Joneses. This freedom allows you to move at a speed that feels comfortable for you, to explore different paths, and to make adjustments along the way without fear of judgment. This intentional approach to life fosters a sense of mindfulness and allows you to appreciate the journey as much as the destination. Balance solitude and relationships. Learning to be alone doesn't mean you should shun all forms of human connection. In fact, striking a balance between solitude and relationships is essential for a fulfilling and meaningful life. Solitude provides the space for introspection, self-discovery, and personal growth. Relationships, on the other hand, offer companionship, support, and the joy of shared experiences. The key is to find a balance that works for you, recognizing that your needs for solitude and connection might ebb and flow over time. Thanks for joining me on this exploration of the 15 rules for being alone. Remember, solitude is not a punishment, but a pathway to unlock your full potential. Embrace the quiet moments, listen to your inner voice, and use this time to design a life that truly aligns with your values and aspirations. Until next time, keep striving, keep growing, and keep designing your ideal life.